Sorry, I'm hitting buttons. I don't know how to use this stuff. I don't know. I wish this thing was longer. I don't know how to. If I'm sitting here, I just want you to realize how quiet everything is behind me. It's just this is my life. I'm surrounded by quiet. So yeah, we all go down to the realtor's office and we tell them, we're getting a loan and we got the money and we want the property. Have a big long conversation about I don't know what. Bunch of gibberish and nonsense, most of it. He couldn't even find the strip of land, this supposed property. He couldn't even find it on the map of the town, on the street map. Because why was it even ever separated from the house? I don't understand. Why would you... Why was that done? So the guy says, ultimately, that the people who it's been sold to are on vacation and he can't get a hold of them. So I'm thinking, alright, I got a couple of weeks to figure it out, make sure we're all good. The next morning, he leaves this crazy message on my answer machine saying they now want more than double than what we were originally offered. And if we didn't give them the money, that they would build a duplex over here. Like, what? Okay, we live in an antique house, 1772. This land has been here all this time, untouched. The front part of it has been farmland, but all the rest of it's rocky, it's uphill, it's, there's rock walls and pieces of rock walls just scattered around. It's just a really magical little area over there. Like I said, our kids, they just went out the door, and we've been living here for all this time, not knowing that this was even in danger, or not thinking about it. And they go and they have little forts back here, and they play back here. They just run out the door and just go right in there, and they have this whole little, storyline, little tales, and it's very whimsical, and it's just full of life, all different kinds of plants, all different kinds of bugs, all the animals. There's bunnies that visit us, and deer, and possum, and bats, and hawks, and squirrels. Well, I don't know how we're gonna get... The amount he told me was basically at the very max of our budget. I don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. We've called everyone in the state who's written to, tried to reach out, land conservation, historic conservation. I called the state historian. I called the state archaeologist. We called the Department of Environmental... What is it? Department of Environmental Protection. Because, there must be wildlife over here. It's been untouched. Like, there's generations of animals that live here. The bunnies. Oh my goodness. This is about a month and a half ago. And now I'm really on edge. I don't know what's going on. I go to town hall every week trying to get any information on who bought it, who has it. So apparently a real estate speculation group bought. bought it. And 3 days later, they flipped it to this company or whatever that wants to build a duplex. This land doesn't mean anything to them. It's a transaction. I don't even think they even looked at what they were buying. I think it was just, there's land available, let's buy it. I'm already on edge when our neighbors do yard work. I'm already on edge when like a loud plane goes by and I hear rumbling. I'm already on edge when a car slows down near it. Like, now I don't know now there's just gonna be people. Now there's people just like kind of trying to figure out what they bought, I think. Like, one evening, oh yeah, so the people, I'll get back to that. So yeah, so a real estate speculation group bought it. And I think the amount that he initially told me, the realtor, the almost double amount, that was if I was going to pay the real estate speculation group. But 3 days later, like information I could be using when I talk to you, 3 days later, they flipped it to the developer. I mean, the transaction on the first sale went through the day we had the meeting with my dad at the realtor's office. Why are we having this conversation? Why am I have to have this emotional up and down every 5 minutes? Are we getting a loan? Are we not getting a loan? Who's coming over here? Who has it? Are there people here? What's going on? I mean, I'm telling you, the neighbors on the other side of the property are equally as upset. They also wanted to raise their family in the quiet of the forest. I don't think the people across the street would be very pleased either with this land being developed. I mean, they've been living here. This family's they've been living there for generations themselves. Their family history goes back. We strongly feel like this land belongs with this house. It goes beyond just us living here. Everyone who's ever lived in this house has had the experience that we are having living here in the quiet, being hugged by the forest, feeling safe, feeling peaceful, feeling tranquil, a sense of sanctuary. We were trying to preserve this atmosphere for generations and generations to come. We've talked about leaving this home and this property with our children. And that would include this land behind us. Because part of what we want to give them is this peace, this safety, this sanctuary. That's what we were seeking when we moved here. This is what we've been experiencing for almost a decade. One evening, like a week or two ago, I'm just losing track of time and thoughts right now, but yeah, so maybe like 2 weeks ago, 6:30 at night, these people who want to put a duplex here come down with cutting machines and they cut the whole front down. We imagine because there's no access to the property any other way. This forest old and thick, so they can't even get in here, so they probably just wanted to see what they bought. That front part of the property used to be like a farm plot, so didn't really do a lot of damage. I mean, they definitely did damage, but if they come back any further than where they have, there's a rock wall that juts out. Where I was talking about the outhouse is right there. And just all this ancient history. The purpose of our channel is to try to save this property. It's not just the property, it's the land. It's all the life there. It's the history of the house. It's the safety. It's the security. It's the tranquility. Now I have the difficult task of asking. I live here because I want to be quiet in the world. I just want to be just quiet and private. But I can't let them just have their way quietly. And I don't know what to do. We're open to suggestions and advice, but we have a, GoFundMe page open. This land belongs here. Untouched. Remained as is. We love this land, we care for this land, and we want to protect this land. Our home was built in 1772. Just thank you for watching. If there's anything you can do to help, let us know. However you can. Thank you.